Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Gitasha Sharma. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Friday, the 17th of June. India and Thailand agree to forge closer partnership in fields of defence and maritime cooperation. Over 70 bank accounts of MQM in the UK being probed for money laundering. And now for all the details. India and Thailand have agreed to cooperate on various sectors as top leadership of both the countries met on Friday to strengthen bilateral ties. Thailand is the fourth largest trading partner of India in Southeast Asia after Singapore, Indonesia and Malaysia.
Thai Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha, who is presently on a 3-day visit to India, called on his Indian counterpart Narendra Modi in capital New Delhi. Both the leaders led delegation-level talks in areas such as commerce, culture, cybersecurity, connectivity, defense and maritime cooperation. One of the main topics of discussion was terrorism.
We are both aware that rapid spread of terrorism and radical ideology poses a common challenge to both our societies. And we also recognize that our close security partnership would help us to secure our people from these threats. In our shared objective to combat these challenges, India is particularly grateful to Thailand for its assistance and cooperation.
Earlier in the day, the visiting Prime Minister paid tribute to India's father of nation, Mahatma Gandhi, at his memorial. After wrapping up his engagements in the capital, he will visit Bodh Gaya, a prime Buddhist pilgrimage in eastern Bihar province.
Meanwhile, the Muttahida Qawmi Movement or the MQM party has been found to be linked to over 70 bank accounts in United Kingdom. Out of these, 26 are said to be in the name of party chief Altaf Hussain, who has been living in self-imposed exile in London. The Scotland Yard has submitted the documents to Pakistan's Federal Investigation Agency. The report adds that money from these accounts was used to purchase several properties in London. The MQM has, however, denied the allegations as baseless. British police have been investigating the MQM, one of Pakistan's main political parties, for several years on charges of money laundering. Moving on, situation is still tense at the Afghan-Pak border, with the two neighbors blaming each other for the clashes at Torkham. As the impasse continues, hundreds of trucks from both the sides have been stranded.
Hundreds of trucks queue up along both sides of the roads leading to the normally bustling Torkham crossing. The deadly clashes between the Afghan and Pakistan border forces came to a close on Thursday, but situation still remains delicate. Frustration is mounting among the truck drivers as their cargoes perished in the heat due to an impasse between the countries over the disputed frontier.
کسانو خیری او کبر کسان حکومت لدای کار دی اجدا وکړه کاروبار خراب ته دلته نه لارو والی ټول مسافر ناشتي نه روژې لپاره سیز میلاوږي خوش دغه کې 500 کسو وسم روژه نشته.
Clashes among the Afghan and Pakistani forces started late on Sunday night after the Afghan border guards stopped Pakistani forces to start work on a gate along the zero-point endurance line. Sources said that construction of the gate is going on at Torkham, which Afghan officials say is in violation of the border agreement reached between the two countries. While Islamabad alleges that Afghan forces started the clashes and there had been no aggression or provocation by Pakistan, Afghan officials blame Pakistan.
Human Rights Watch, an organization that defends the rights of people worldwide, said in a report that Bangladesh authorities should stop arbitrarily arresting people without proper evidence of a crime.
Human Rights Watch, or HRW, said Bangladesh authorities should investigate attacks on secular writers, gay rights activists, religious minorities, and identify and prosecute the perpetrators. The report by the international non-governmental came on Friday, following the arrest of several thousand people in recent days. After a slow and complacent response to these horrific attacks, Bangladesh's security forces are falling back on old habits and rounding up the usual suspects instead of doing the hard work of carrying out proper investigations, said Brad Adams, Asia Director of the organization. Those detained should either be charged on the basis of credible evidence of criminal activities and brought immediately before a judge or be immediately released, HRW said in a news release. The wave of targeted killings of bloggers, secularists and religious minorities began in 2013 and has escalated in recent months. The authorities were initially slow to respond to these murders, making only a handful of arrests in a few cases until last week, when they launched a massive crackdown on the directives of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. In several of these cases, Human Rights Watch found that police detained those arrested weeks before they formally accused them of murder, failing to inform their families of their locations or provide access to legal counsel.
French Foreign Minister Jean-Marc announced France's support on the development of Myanmar by raising more than $200 million in funds during his official visit to the country. The minister met with Myanmar State's Councillor and Foreign Minister Aung San Suu Kyi in the capital of Naypyidaw. It is the first official visit made by a French government official after Suu Kyi's National League for Democracy party won a landslide victory in November. The French Foreign Minister also praised the country's ongoing effort to bring about national reconciliation and pledged France's support to the new government. Moving on, a turtle at a zoo in India's southern Tamil Nadu province got a new lease of life. It has been fitted with wheels after it lost one of its front legs in a suspected predator attack.
A 2-year-old female star turtle, an endangered species, was seriously injured at a zoo in India's southern Chennai city and faced difficulty moving around. It had even stopped consuming food. The veterinary doctors at the zoo then thought of the novel idea of fitting wheels on her. They used lightweight material including wheels used for rolling windows and a light steel rod in order to make movement easy for the turtle.
We had a small plan of a prosthetic involvement already. So what we did was we used special window wheels with a stainless steel grid. We pasted the entire lot on the ventral surface of the tortoise using an epoxy non-irritant compound. So the moment it was pasted and the moment the surgery was done, the next second the tortoise started walking. It has been doing very good.
The turtle can now be seen freewheeling around and is probably the fastest of all in its enclosure.
Food from India's northern Lucknow city ranges from simple to rich and exotic to the earthy. It is an experience of an occasion with its fragrant and visually appealing delicacies.
Afti cuisine from India's northern Uttar Pradesh province is an indigenous part of the city of Nawabs, Lucknow. The dishes and cooking style of this city is inspired and influenced by the Mughals. However, the food from Lucknow, known as one of the culinary capitals of India, remains a mystery. Everyone loves to indulge in kormas, biryanis and kebabs from the land of Avdi cuisine.
और मैंने कई जगह खाया है लेकिन सबसे मुझको अलग इनका टेस्ट दिखा और सबसे अलग टेस्ट दिखा और सबसे ही अलग इनका मतलब बनाने का तरीका मैंने देखा बनाने का तरीका इनका सबसे अलग है.
हमने दिल्ली में भी कॉफ़ी, टुंडे कबाब, गलौटी कबाब खाए हैं, पर ऐसा जो टेस्ट जो यहाँ का है वो हमें खाने को कभी नहीं मिला. और यहाँ के जो स्पाइसेस हैं और सारी चीज़ें बहुत बढ़िया थी। हमने मटन कोरमा ट्राई किया, काफ़ी सॉफ्ट था, काफ़ी अच्छा था। हमने बहुत एंजॉय किया अपनी फैमिली के साथ और हम फिर आएंगे यहाँ पर।
Be it a small food joint on the street corner or a posh restaurant, a crowd of people can be found relishing their favorite dish that has a legacy dating back decades. Just like the larger-than-life attitude of the royals, the serving of each dish in the land of Nawabs is also huge. People come from across the country to enjoy one of the richest and oldest cuisines of India.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. India and Thailand agreed to forge closer partnership in fields of defence and maritime cooperation. Over 70 bank accounts of MQM in the UK being probed for money laundering. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time next week. Have a great weekend. Good night.